I was a pedestrian walking down the street. Out of nowhere, I got hit by an SUV going 50 kilometers an hour. The entire experience, I don't remember any of it. I was actually walking with my friend. The SUV apparently hit me. I flew in the air 6 feet up, and then the next thing that happened was I was on the ground with my head bleeding out, and I split the back of my head open. I gained consciousness about 6 to 7 hours later, and then when I woke up, I found out I had staples and stitches in the back of my head. When I was discharged from the hospital in the morning, I didn't feel well at all. I wasn't given any information about what happened to me. I was really confused, lightheaded. I had no memory of who my family was. I didn't really know how to call them to come pick me up. So initially, a lot of it was trauma to the back of my head and the front of my head. And then in a couple days, I would experience something new. So that would be like extreme swelling of the face, and that lasted for a month. And then I lost vision at one point, and then at another point, my ankle started hurting, and then my wrist started hurting. Things that I worried about was just the nature of it. Would it be short-term or long-term injuries? Would I ever regain full mobility, full cognition, and just would I ever return back to normal? After the accident, I experienced a lot of irrational emotions, and at the time, I didn't recognize that they were abnormal. Emotionally, I was very up and down, and when I was down, it was very explosive. I was very emotionally charged, so if I was upset, I was super upset. If I was angry, I would explode on people, but generally most of the emotions were always negative ones. And then I also had neck problems at one point and shoulder problems. The treatment that I received at the clinic was very unique in the sense that I didn't feel like a number. I felt really cared for by every single member of the team, and that started off with the administrator from the time when I have to book a treatment to the time when I leave the clinic to the actual treatment itself, whether it's from Esther or someone else from her team or the therapist that I worked with as well. Everyone treats me like a human being, and they treat me as way more than a patient, and that's something that's very unique to the clinic. At this present time, I think that my recovery has been really, really good. I've experienced tremendous progress. I feel so much gratitude to have pretty much full function in every aspect of my body, my mind as well. I've learned that with acupuncture, it's a long-term process, and it's to maintain and prevent physical ailments versus the traditional medicine where it's more of an aftercare approach. I say every single day to anyone who asks me about my well-being, I say that 1, surviving the accident was a miracle, and then 2, the treatment that I received at the clinic was also a miracle. I recovered in a much quicker time span than was anticipated, and I don't think that it's because my body is like Wolverine. I really think that it was due to the treatment, and I firmly believe so. Any kind of symptoms that came about every single day were addressed. The treatment was very flexible, it was very personable. There were many aspects that aided in my treatment, not just physical symptoms. The fears I had, the worries, fun with, physiological, emotional, mental, cognitive worries that I had. Thinking about everything that the clinic's done for me is really, really, it's something that I can't put in words. My name is Winnie, and this is my complete balance story.